What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Shedcrazy video. It's 2022. It's a new year. I'm sure you already knew that, but I'm excited to be back in the swing of things. Got a hunt going again. We had a little bit of a layoff this last month. Nothing to really go hunt. Spent a lot of family time and it was really great, and I really needed it. And it was awesome. And now I'm on a week little romp. Not week as in week, because I ain't weak, but a week long hunt. So what I did is headed down to Arizona. I bought an over-the-counter deer tag and I came to check out an area that I have never been. Picked it on a map. I've been close to here, but never right here. And this is where I'm camping. There, that's my setup so far. I just barely rolled in, and I'm gonna kind of set up. I'll probably, you guys know me, I chill, I sleep in the bed of the truck. I got me some groceries in town, and I am ready to get up in the hills up there and chase after the wily Coues deer. I've had a goal to kill a Coues deer with my bow for a long time. So it was something that's been on the bucket list, something I've wanted to do, but I've never actually put much effort into it. And truth be told, I almost didn't do it on this trip either. I had planned to come down here and hunt Coues, and then I started looking at the mule deer spots that I like, and I'm like, oh man, maybe I'll just check out the mule deer stuff for a few days. And I almost distracted myself, but I said no, I'm going all the way down. I'm gonna try to kill a Coues deer. So need to get to glassing these hills and go for a little loop. I've been up here glassing for a couple hours, hiked up on this big point, and I just glassed up 3 Coues deer. Bedded maybe 4. 400 or 500 yards away across the canyon. It looks like just does, but that's good to know that they're here. Good to know that I'm not crazy being in this spot looking for them. So they're laying in the tall yellow grass, so I'm going to kind of focus on areas similar to where they're at and keep glassing and see if I can find a buck. Where they're at right there would be actually a really fun place to go stalk them. So if there's a buck nearby, I'll go try him. I just jumped that doe and fawn. They came out of that draw right here and up and over the other deer that was with them. I don't know where it went. Maybe down. They never saw me. I think they smelled me because my wind swirled. But I'm walking back to go eat dinner. I'm surprised. I'm real surprised. I've never seen a mule deer in this unit. I don't know if they're, I didn't know that there were mule deer in this unit, but look what I got laying right here. Probably just a giant Coues shed, you know? It almost looked like one, but there's no way, obviously, it's too big, but look at that thing. Freaking cool. I guess there are muleys around here. But if it's a Coues buck, I don't know, dude. It's got like a Coues deer looking shape to it, but obviously it's a mule deer horn, so. Well, if we see him, we'll shoot him probably. I was sitting on the road, had some service, called my little brother, see what he's doing, and I look in my rearview mirror and there's a buck with his nose down running up the road. I thought it was a Coues buck, but I just saw it quick in the rearview mirror. I've got my binoculars on it in time to see that it was a buck right as it went in, and I thought it was a mule deer. So I came back over here after it and just walked through looking, and yeah, it's a muley buck, and he's a little one, so just a little, like a 2-point. He's tall, but not something I'd be willing to cut this tag on quite yet, but cool to see one. Gotta get out of this thorny mess. Good morning, good morning. I spent the morning doing a little bit of glassing over here. And I hiked up in that canyon last night and glassed everything, and I have not seen a deer, which is crazy because like 2 canyons over from here, I killed a buck with my rifle this year, and there was many bucks in that canyon. I saw a lot of deer and a lot of bucks, so I don't really know what's going on. I think it has to do with the water. It rained a whole bunch the last 2 weeks, and instead of these deer being concentrated in the canyons that have water, I think they're just dispersed. Because there was a lot of old sign up in this canyon, and But not being able to glass a deer in a couple hours of glassing is a little frustrating. So I'm making breakfast to cheer up my sad heart, to bring me out of the depths of despair. And it looks just like fried meat right now, but I'm gonna add in some eggs, some of that Kerrygold Irish butter, very fine butter, and you know I'm starting the day with one of those. Now I know you channel OGs, ones that have been here for a long time, remember the breakfast scrambles, right? This was a big part of my early YouTube days, was I would make these breakfast scrambles every time I went out. And today, I can't even do them proper justice because I forgot my jalapenos. I forgot all spices. This is the most white person food trip ever. Oh yeah, now we just gotta hit that with the big old flip. Not quite yet. Give it some time, give it some time. Flip didn't work, decided just to scramble it out. Not a huge fan of the scramble, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right, it's gonna eat just fine. Good morning. Me and my buddy Mike, we just ran out to this spot to check for the morning. Hiked in from the main road and just glassed up a big muley. Best deer I've seen on the OTC in a while. Just a tall 4-point with good forks. Like a 160 type deer. Just a pretty buck. Got a couple does there with him and looks to be a little ruddy. Man, he's not, I mean he's not a giant, but he's a nice buck. And I would shoot that deer for sure. It's not the Coues buck I've been looking for, but he's a sweet deer. Definitely a shooter. Alright folks, a little bit of an update here. I got over here, I made a big loop, like hour and a half stalk. And I got over here to where the deer were. All the does went up the hill and I never saw the buck. And then Mike just glassed him up out in the flat. He's got one hot doe and he's chasing her around. He's separated from all his other does and he's trying to push that doe up towards these does. So I'm right in between them right now. So the way that he's moving that doe right now, I have a hill kind of in between us, but he should bring her hopefully up this way to these other deer. And I'm just gonna play it by ear and see if I can't make a little plan. Morning folks, welcome to the Arizona Deer Tour. We got into town like at 2 this morning. We still have another 4 or 5 hours south that we're gonna drive. But we got a few things here in the beautiful downtown of Payson, Arizona. And now we're headed south to hunt. We're gonna be down here for like almost 10 days. We got a litany of people rolling in. We're gonna hang out with Mullet Mike's coming up, Ben Sandals coming down. Got Jonah who's from Prime coming, so it's gonna be a real cool week. Rocky's here with me too, so looking forward to a solid 10 or so days chasing deer. See if Rocky falls in a hole in the parking lot. But let's go find him, boys. Looks like at least a couple does, and I mean at least 3 does, and I'm pretty sure I saw one buck there, but it's cool because we could hunt up to those deer, and you might run into more on the way, bucks and stuff. Might run into some muleys in this lower country, but I think we'll have some stuff show up as it gets a little bit later, right before dark. The mule deer started popping last time I was here. Gotta pull down off my leveling rocks. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Fight. That lower buck's good. It's really good. Trying to get it to focus on him. Now we're talking. Couple good Coues bucks on the hill. One real nice one. Buck fight, maybe. Bucking a bunch of does on the back of the big peak, like straight across from it. Okay. And then over there, when there was a little bit of snow there.
So yeah, whatever you want. If you want to get up there and get higher, if you just want to look here, since we're almost 4 o'clock already.
Yeah, let's just grab a little elevation anywhere. Throw a pack on, I guess. Up on this glassing point, and we've been glassing here for a little bit. Rocky glassed a Coues doe here behind us, but so far it's just windy. The moo cows are laying down. I think a lot of stuff's gonna be laid up right now in this wind. So we'll watch till dark and see what shows up. But even if we found some right now, we're pretty much out of time to try to put a moo on it. So this is heaven. This is Rocky's setup. He likes to sleep in a tent because he's a wimp. I like to sleep in a truck bed because I got my priorities straight. So as we were driving in here, looked up on the hill, and there was a Coues buck headed right up, I mean like 100 yards off the side of the road, and it's that good buck we saw yesterday, we think. Wide, heavy, good G2s, weak G3s, but a big mature Coues buck. And so we came up past him and parked the truck, and we kind of made a loop trying to get in front of where we thought he looked like he was heading, because he looked like he was on a mission. Either getting after does or maybe running from us, I don't know. But we looped around here. We never could turn him up again. We did find a couple mule deer over across the way. But there's a lot more country in this little canyon than I thought. There's a bunch of little yellow grass hills tucked away over here that you can't see from where we were yesterday. So some more country to start in here. Jonah's gonna be here probably next few hours, and we'll go meet up with him.
But there's a circle in that red dot when you push the button. If that red dot is in your circle, that means that your anchor point, everything is perfect. You let go and then it gives you your dot. So that's your ranger. Put your red dot on it. But yeah, it's legit. Legal in AZ. Legal in AZ for now.
So first thing this morning, baby, everybody else went home. All these casual fair weather hunters went home after a measly few days. This is day 9 for me and Rocky. We ain't going anywhere except up the ridge to kill that buck. I glassed a doe and a fawn, and Rocky picked out a buck right above him. It's a buck that he put a stock on yesterday. He's a really tall 2 points, a sweet Coues deer. And I'm gonna try to kill him. We'll see if we can put him to bed, figure out what the move is. Sneak peeks, baby. Alright, so that buck fed up over the ridge. He's got the other buck with him. They're just barely over, I think, on the other side of the ridge, trying to get out of the wind. So, looks like we have pretty good crossbreed. I'm gonna move towards them. They can't see me right here, so I should be able to go relatively quick and get up to where and just reevaluate. Like, ideally you want them bedded, but I haven't really tried to move on a deer on this trip yet, so I'm kind of excited to just go walk in there and see what happens. So I'm bringing the GoPro, so I'll have you guys with me there, and Rocky's gonna stay here. Bye. What the heck? I don't even know what happened. I snuck into this pocket where these bucks are from like 500 yards away. I got to 80. I think the closest buck was at 60, but I didn't have a shot and I wasn't where I wanted to be. And they just blew out. I don't know why. No idea why. Like, I was so freaking patient and I was so slow. And I was crawling hands and knees. I got to like, I mean, they were like 40, 50. And they all just, no shots, no chance. 3 bucks. Stuff's hard, dude. That is a wrap. We are gonna head for home. 9 days spent on this one, and that's plenty. So we had some close calls. A lot of people got in range. Even Mike got some shots. So overall, I'd say it's a success. I know there's a lot of people on this Arizona OTC, a lot of stateside people who don't like the out-of-staters coming to Arizona to hunt. But I just want to point out we spent like about $2,500 on tags and licenses for everybody to be here and killed 0 deer. So you're welcome for that donation. But it was fun and it was worth it. And I can't wait to do it again next year. We'll hang on to these tags. And if we haven't killed a deer by the end of the year, we'll be hunting again in December. Now we got about 13-hour drive home. Bye.